Kenyans were gripped by speculation in May 2025 when rumors spread that Jowie Irungu, convicted in the 2018 murder of businesswoman Monica Kimani, was pardoned by President William Ruto. In this 10-minute dive, we uncover the truth behind the viral claims, explore the facts about the presidential prerogative of mercy, and clarify the confusion between Joseph Irungu Maina and Joseph Kuria Irungu. Stay informed with this factual breakdown.
And by a rush of wanting to be on the headlines and to control a story that never existed. We urge that in the future, those who are given the power to investigate and get the truth before parading people and destroying their career for 6 years.
If you have been scrolling through social media or catching up on the latest news, you've probably heard the buzz that rocked the nation on May 28, 2025. Rumors spread like wildfire that Joseph Irungu, aka Jowie, convicted in the brutal 2018 murder of businesswoman Monica Kimani, was set free by President William Ruto. But is this true? Today we are diving into the facts, separating truth from fiction, and breaking down why this story had Kenyans talking. Stay tuned for a deep dive into one of the Kenya's most trending stories of 2025.
And who would command attention, and who would make headlines, and who would sell a story that would last and capture the imaginations of Kenyans, even if the evidence did not show that.
It all started on Tuesday evening, May 27, 2025, when social media platforms lit up with claims that Jowie Irungu was among 57 inmates pardoned by President William Ruto. The source: a Gazette notice dated May 23, 2025, listing prisoners granted clemency under the President's constitutional prerogative of mercy. Among the names listed was Joseph Irungu Maina, which sparked immediate speculation. Could this be Jowie, the man convicted for murder of Monica Kimani? Kenyans took to social media and every corner of the internet, with some outraged, others skeptical, and many just plain confused. The name's similarity caused a frenzy, but not everyone was convinced. Some users pointed out discrepancies, while others claim it was a deliberate attempt to mislead the public. Enter Dennis Itumbi, the head of creative economy at the office of the president, who quickly stepped in to set the record straight. Itumbi called out the rumors as false, accusing some online users of trying to hoodwink Kenyans on this sensitive matter. But why did this mix-up happen, and who exactly is Joseph Irungu Maina? Let's break it down.
Evidence of the doctor who conducted the post-mortem report indicated that the person who perpetrated this offense cut the throat of the deceased through and through. In that judgment, I spoke to an understanding that the person was not an amateur. The person must have had some training. And remember, the evidence even revealed that after the offense was committed, the deceased was put in the bathtub and the shower tap was put over to run the blood off.
A spot check by Maisha TV revealed a critical detail. The man pardoned was Joseph Irungu Maina, convicted in 2015. Meanwhile, Jowie, whose full name is Joseph Kuria Irungu, was sentenced on March 13, 2024 for the murder of Monica Kimani. That's a 9-year difference in their conviction date. Let's rewind to the case that shook Kenya. On September 19, 2018, Monica Kimani, a 20-year-old businesswoman, was found dead in her Lamuria Gardens apartment in Kilimani, Nairobi County. Her throat was slit and her body was discovered in a bathtub, hands and legs bound with cable ties. After a high-profile trial, High Court Judge Grace Nziokia found Joseph Kuria Irungu guilty on February 9, 2024 and sentenced him to death a month later, citing the calculated and brutal nature of the crime.
They say that it is a tragic, courteous loss of life on extreme circumstances, bordering on an act of absolute madness. that is beyond understanding. So even the defense joins the victim's family and the prosecution and the court in arriving at the conclusion it was a gruesome murder.
Judge Nzokia called the death penalty the appropriate punishment given the overwhelming evidence, including Jowi's possession of a firearm used to subdue Monica and the premeditated nature of the murder. This wasn't a random act. It was planned and executed with chilling precision.
Describes the accused criminogenic risk factors as follows: that he lacks stable partner relationships. He has antisocial personality patterns manifested by living on the edge. He is impulsive and a thrill seeker. He uses anger or aggression to control others. And finally, he says that the accused has a double personality trait. Joseph Kuria Irungu alias Jowi. Shall suffer death as provided for the offense of murder under section 204 of the Penal Code of Kenya.
So, how does someone get pardoned in Kenya? And why did this Gazette notice cause such a stir? Under Article 133 of the 2010 Constitution, the President of Kenya has the power of mercy, a right inherited from the British colonial era and continued after independence. This allows the President, advised by the Power of Mercy Advisory Committee, to pardon inmates for reasons like good behavior, humanitarian grounds, or even diplomatic relations. For example, a pardon might be granted to a young or pregnant inmate, or someone convicted under outdated laws. In this case, President Ruto exercised this power to pardon 57 inmates, including Joseph Irungu Maina, who had been in prison since 2015. But the similarity in names led some media outlets and social media users to jump to conclusions, mistakenly linking Maina to Jowi. The confusion wasn't just about a simple mistake. It highlighted how quickly misinformation can spread in Kenya's vibrant online space. Posts on X showed a divide. Some believed Jowi had been freed, while others didn't believe. This saga reminds us how critical it is to double-check information, especially on sensitive issues like justice and crime. The Monica Kimani case remains a painful chapter for her family and Kenyans who followed the trial. While Joseph Irungu Maina walks free, Joseph Kuria Irungu remains in prison, facing the consequences of his 2024 conviction. Let's stay sharp and keep the truth first. The Jowi Irungu release rumor was a wake-up call about the power of misinformation in our digital age. What's your take on this story? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. For Maisha TV, I'm William Juma.